The Beauty of Inflation, project number 2.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members, and appreciated guests. The beauty of inflation. When I was a kid, there was something that happened on TV from time to time that always caught my attention and shocked me. What was it? Inflation. It sometimes annoyed me, and I also sometimes loved it. You see, I watched animated cartoons, and once in a while, as a visual joke or gag, a character would get inflated like a balloon until he or she either deflates all around the place or just pops. You might have seen a joke like this in cartoons like Tom and Jerry, where the little mouse defends himself from the big cat. Well, by instance, he may use a pipe pump to blow up the big cat with his big like a balloon and just floats away. And then something else happens. This kind of thing has been even done with live-action actors. For instance, the Three Stooges films and a movie like The Naked Gun. And I found it even more impressive when it is done with live actors. This is something that grew on me, and I ended up really loving it. And as strange as it might sound, it became my biggest passion. Seeing characters inflate like balloons. Especially if these characters are evil, attractive women. Well, women have nice curves and look pretty elastic to begin with, and I like combining my two favorite things, inflation and women. Now, regardless of the characters inflating being male or female, and in order to help you understand why I do like these situations so much, I will share with you 3 elements or aspects that, in my opinion, make inflation a beautiful thing. Let's begin. The first aspect of inflation I do like is patterns. I love it when the character that inflates is wearing clothes which display a pattern. For instance, I'm wearing this shirt with square patterns. If I were inflating, my body will grow bigger and rounder, and this square pattern would expand as well and adapt to my new shape. To make this more clear, look at this pattern balloon. You see the patterns expanded and adapted to the new shape of the balloon. In my opinion, that is a beautiful sighting. Another example of patterns might be present in the uniform of an army general, which is full of buttons, pockets, medals, and a belt. Well, that uniform inflating would be a nice sighting too. I'll use this later. So that was one element, patterns. The next one is subinflations. What do I call subinflations, for the lack of a better word? Well, usually when a character expands, one part of their body grows bigger than the rest of the body. It is usually the chest, the belly, or both as a whole. But sometimes in cartoons, movies, or whatever, other parts of their body expand as well, even though to a smaller size. And this is what I call a subinflation. Here I got an example to help you picture this. Again, if I were inflating, my hand could inflate like this too, and why not my nose as well? Both my nose and my hands will be another example of subinflation. So there we got patterns, subinflations, and I'm eager to talk to you about the next one. Wait just a minute. Back up. I hope the poor lady. Explosions. Well, if the poor fellow doesn't stop getting air, this eventually happens. I see it as a metaphor. It's a metaphor, but it's a funny way of getting rid of your fears, considering the character expanding was evil or a monster. Explosions, like fireworks, also may represent freedom or joy. So there you have it. 3 elements that are part of the beauty of inflation: patterns, subinflations, and explosions. And after all of this, the only thing I have left to say to you is, if you happen to have a mother-in-law who is bothering you, don't do anything bad to her. But here you got some material for entertaining your mind and expand your imagination.
Absolutely.